Well, you have to get used to repairs not always going your way, but you know what? It still hurts. It's not a water otter then? Okay. Lots of people in the comments tell me exactly what it was, but I can't remember. But thank you to all the budding, I was going to say David Beckham's. Who do I mean? David Attenborough's. David Beckham's. What am I on? Anyway, Sunday night's been a busy day today. I've got a Samsung TV here. I was going to say it's a 49-inch, but it looks bigger than a 49-inch. Maybe it is a 55. I'm getting confused because I've seen so many 55 inches this week. And they're all blooming Samsung this week. Have you noticed? Don't do this by design, you know. It just happens, obviously. I've got no idea about this TV. It's not a customer's. It's one that I picked up absolutely months and months and months ago. And I have no idea what the fault is with it. More than likely, judging by the design of it, it's looking like, well, with this little badge on the front, little white badge. Is this one? I'm just having a look at. Oh no, that's to the right hand side. But the main monitor I use in the workshop also seems to have that same white badge. So I don't know what the model number is yet, but this one has the same white badge as that one, which you would see if I would learn to press the button and get the cameras up. So sorry, I'm talking about that little, the white badge there. Seems to be exactly the same, so it must be a similar model to that one there. But I can't remember, normally with these type of it's the prism sheet burn up and it's the edge lit, but I just don't know why I haven't looked at it for so long. I must have had this 6 or 8 months. I've got no idea where I got it from. It is about time I started making some notes and little paper things just telling me. I mean, obviously I do with customers, but when I pick them up for myself, I just stack them up and leave them until I've got a couple of hours to play with them. But of course, if I did start logging and putting bits of paper and writing things down, I mean, that means, you know, I'd have to be organised. I'd have to be professional. I'd have to have more than one brain cell. So I think it's asking a bit much. There is a chance that this is actually, looking at it now, there is a chance that this could be a smashed screen. And I've probably bought it for the prism sheet alone. If that's the case, we will just disassemble anyway and look at what condition the prism sheet is, because good prism sheets are now really needed, and these are the sort of TVs that are going to start being thrown away because they're going to start being faulty. They're 5-6 years old, and I imagine they're down the recycling centre, and some of them could have good prism sheets, and prism sheets at the moment are worth more money than screens and main boards. So I think that's what this could possibly be. It could be a 49 inch, as I say. It looks bigger. We'll have a look at the model number in a second. It could be a 55 now, looking at it, judging by the 55 I've got here. But anyway, let me plug it in and see. Are we having a look at this for the prism sheet? Ding. Why do remotes fall off? I've plugged it in and switched it on, and I don't think anything's happened. Ooh. Just picking up a remote control that I've thrown on the floor. Oh. Excuse me a second. You will have seen what happened, but I'm picking up a remote control and the battery cover's fallen off. Oh. Oh, all right, okay. Right. What is that? It's a bit weird, isn't it? It doesn't seem to be a scratch. Is that something that's fallen behind it? Is that the leg off something? How bizarre. Anyway. Oh, it's looking like... it doesn't look burnt up though, does it? Well, not that side, but of course the problem would be that side. But it doesn't seem burnt up, and I'm not seeing any white flares. That I can't wait to find out what that is. It's not a scratch. At least it doesn't feel like a scratch. Oh, but the problem is, if this is a 49-inch, I won't have the edgelets for it. I have had a run on... I've got no 55s left. I've got no 49s left. I've got 60s, 42s, 50s. Well, probably that's it. So there is a chance. I may just dismantle it now just to find out what that blooming thing is. I hope it's not a scratch. I mean, it's my television, so I can do with it what I like, but I'm hoping it's not a scratch. Let's switch off. Let's check out the model number, people. Oh, oh, can you see that? Oh, I'm just about to break the other LG. I mean, if we get this one sorted out, then I'll put it in place of that one, because that one just looks a bit silly there. And I can sell that one. I've got the original backlights for that now, and I've got the stand and a brand new remote control. I can put a year's warranty on that, and I can sell that, make a bit of Christmas beer money. I don't know why I say that. I don't drink that much anymore. But I'm interested to see what that black mark is. Can we get rid of it? Whether it was a bug that got stuck in there and left its leg behind, I don't know. It doesn't feel like a scratch, but it could be. Oh yeah, it's definitely... I can see now it's definitely not a 55. It's going to be a blooming 49, isn't it? And I haven't got my glasses on, so you'll see before me. Oh, UE50. Oh, I've got 50s. Yes. I don't see many 50s. Why is it that Samsung do a 49 and a 50? What's the point in the extra inch? I know it's wonky. I will straighten it up. But then if I straighten it up, I have to. There's a button to straighten it up, but it just resets it. And then I have to bring it down again. First world problems. UE50 NU7020. I will have backlights for this. Oh, good. Okay, well, we can sort this out tonight. Then we will see if it's a burn up. We'll see what that black leg is, and we'll see what the picture quality looks like once I've finished with it. I've got no idea, as I say, where I got this from, whether I paid for it or not. I just can't remember. But it'll be nice to squeeze it over there and take that LG out if I do manage to get it working. I'm sure it's only going to be good enough for a monitor anyway. There's always a problem with these. The side that was out, the side that was black, it could have a cracked prism sheet. There could be 2 or 3 cracks there. There could be burn-ups, even though the other side was looking really good. I suppose what I should have tested is where the backlights were on this, but we'll do that when I put the extra strips in. So let's dismantle. I was just about to say these legs pull out, but they don't. These are the ones that are screwed. It's not a curved model, which is good, because a curved model would stick out a bit there. Now, just in case you're wondering why I keep a lot of these TVs and have the joke about monitors, some of the TVs, and TVs like this especially, you never get what I would call 100% picture. And the other thing is, you're never going to get the money for them. You just aren't. This type of TV, as nice as it is, And these TVs are nice when they work and the prism sheets aren't burnt up. I think they're a fantastic design. I think the picture is lovely. I think they got everything right with these. I'm not too sure what the latest Samsungs look like. You know, the ones over the last year. They must be wafer thin. But I mean, these are quite thin as far as I'm concerned. How thin do you want them to be? How slim do you want them to be? But anyway, these type of things, well, if I did buy this, I would have paid no more than 20 quid. That's my tops for faulty televisions. But more than likely this was free. And even these in working order are going on Marketplace for about 50 quid. Now when I say working order, there's always going to be, I can spot that there's a burn up started at the bottom and that type of thing. So if people are selling these as working on Marketplace for 50 quid, I don't stand a cat and hell's chance of getting 120 quid for mine, even though, you know, a bit of labour and parts and making it look good again and putting a warranty on it. People aren't bothered with your Marketplace customers. They're just not. They see one for 50 and they see one next to it for £120 with a warranty and new parts. They're going to still go for the 50 quid knackered one, or one that will be knackered in a few months down the line, possibly. Just need to move these wires out of the way because the screen will be going there in a second. So that's why I keep them. I don't sell on Marketplace. I'll get them from Marketplace, but I don't sell on Marketplace. Something like this would sell. If somebody rings me up and said, have you got a good 50-inch TV? And then I say, oh yeah, I've got one here, 120 quid, which a lot of people do. But I'm quite happy to buy something for 20, spent a few quid on it, and put it on the channel, see how it goes. Anyway, I'm going to take the back out of it. And of course, to do that, I need my two back removing screwdrivers, which are the two red ones. These, of course, are not the official tool of Samsung. Samsung do have an official tool, but, well, yes, it's me. I'm making myself laugh. I must stop that immediately. Samsung do have an official tool, but they're not very good. I just start prying up with a screwdriver just to lift it enough to get my second screwdriver in. Lift it up a little bit. And then once you've got the first click, should be able to get it in. I can't, but I should be able to get it in. There we go. Then I can take that one out. I know some people, when they've got to this stage, will start to lift the top up like this now and give it a good yank to get it off. But I wouldn't do that because we've still got a fixture to the bottom of the screen and you can still crack the screen. So I still pull it up this side until you get the final. There we go. And it's off. Okay, I haven't seen this before. Obviously, I've seen this board before. I didn't realise it was a mono board. Why didn't I realise that? Don't know. But I didn't. But I've not seen this configuration before of connections to the speakers. So that comes out and goes in. I'll bring the camera over. So left and right channels come out of that and then go into this speaker, and the right channel comes out of that speaker into the right channel here. Don't think I've seen that configuration before, but maybe I have. So that disconnects the speakers. Do they come off okay? Yeah. Nothing breaks. For those people that have joined us for the very first time and are seeing how we do this, I still accidentally call these backlights, but they're not backlit. There's not an array of backlights here. It's an edge lit going up to the bottom prism sheet, which sends the light up the screen. So the light's going up rather than a backlight, showing it out, and then the prism sheet. And all the diffusers do it that way. This is just a strip at the bottom. Going to take out the IR sensor with this little thing here. And again, you've got to be careful with this sod. Oh, your language today is terrible, Timothy. Here we go. So when you're pulling it off, it's a firm fixture. I still hold on to it to make sure, again, that the bottom of the TV screen, the little bezel here, does not bend forward and crack the screen. Because at the moment, it looks like we've got, well, half a good screen. People that have watched me do this on a regular basis will know that even you got half a good screen, it doesn't mean that the rest of the screen hasn't burnt up, and we just can't see at the moment. But this could be a learning experience for me too, because I don't remember the speaker configuration. So maybe I've not done an NU50 before. Maybe I've done the NU49s and NU50s. They can't do an NU49. What's the point of having a 49-inch and a 50? It must go from 42 to 50 to 55. It must do. It's just... without taking off, I'm still stuck in this corner. Without taking off that metal screen protector. So I should hopefully be able to get the screen out. Oh, I can't. I can't get the screen out now, can I? There's still the metal thing on. That doesn't make sense. Okay, I'm going to have to turn the screen over, hold it in to make sure the screen doesn't fall out now with my hands, and just pay attention to this. I need to get this off. Ah, you do have to do it that way. There are clips. The clips are here. So you have to take the screen bezel off first and then take these off. But there are the clips, look. Just see if I can get that one out. Yeah. Okay. So please allow me to get these out, and then... But it does mean that the screen is... Well, it's not flapping around, but it is ready to come out before you've taken it out this side. Unless I'm missing something. I obviously haven't done this one, or I've forgotten if I have. I like this design, but it does mean that the screen is flopping about a bit more than you want it to. Flopping about is a technical term, I'm sure you understand. I'll just start sticking my gloves on now because I am touching the screen, but it's this side of the screen you can clean. It's when you handle it the other side. Right, left. That's a left. That's a left. That's a right. Let me know in the comments if you've actually done one of these. Have I done something the wrong way around? But that just seems a bit silly to me. Anyway, now the screen can come out. Hey. I can't think of any other way you have to do it, because you can't remove the silver clamp that protects the coughs until you've... Up you go, my little sweetie. My little sweetie. Who are you talking to? You can't remove the silver coughs until you've taken the bezel off. Normally it's coughs, then bezel, then screen. But on this one, it's got to be bezel first, then coughs, then screen. But that leaves you a bit flexible with the... Now, like a backlit television, this has got a hard plastic diffuser sheet here. And it's got a couple of... It may be one, it may be two... flimsy diffuser sheets. But the main problem here with these TVs, and I've just seen something which means I don't think it's going to be as clean as we wanted it to be. I won't know until I take it out, but can you see a little weird pattern on this side here? So it's looking like the paper underneath this glass sheet, the main prism sheet, has just crumpled up for some reason. Yeah, you can tell there. It's a bit creased, a bit crumpled. That may be nothing, but sometimes it gets a bit creased and crumpled up because just here, and I'm hoping it's focusing, but just here, there could be some scorchy burn-up bits. Technical term, scorchy burn-up. I hope you're learning all these new technical words. But yeah, keep the gloves on for this bit, the main prism sheet. This is your money piece here. This is why I thought I'd got this TV, because sometimes you get smashed up screens and you keep the prism sheets. Now obviously you can't put a 50-inch prism sheet in a 49 TV and you can only replace it for the same model number, but they do turn up occasionally. This is a good prism sheet, no cracks. And probably 2% burnt up, maybe a bit more. It was getting, there are a few burn-in marks on the edge I can see, but nothing spectacular. They've really stuck this down, which I wasn't used to, and it has caused a bit of a tear. You horrible sods. Oh, I think I'm going to get away with that. But yeah, that has, well, you can see that has ripped and they stuck it down somewhere. Damn you, Samsung, damn you. I don't think that's going to cause an issue. Well, it won't cause an issue. And again, if I bring the camera for you to have a look, you can see why the left-hand side of the TV has lost its backlights, or lost its lights. There's a badly burnt up one there. There's a badly burnt up one there. Those, of course, go along to where the good ones are. So there's a few burnt up bits, which is why this side has stopped working. But we're going to put 2 new strips in. I mean, I could just put 1 strip in, because I'm only going to be using it as a monitor, but that would be stupid, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be silly? The edge-lit strips for these work out at £4. Oh, well, £4.90 I paid for 2. So you get the left and the right. It is. But I'll just show you again the difference in the LEDs. But that's going to make no difference to the picture quality whatsoever. Who knows, may even be an improvement. Maybe. This being an all-in-one power board, I can't just get the power board to power the lights up, so it's still coming through the main board, so it's going to be a little bit awkward. Oh no, they've come up. Of course, you're seeing a bit of a sweeping picture show. Well, that's better than blinking fast though, isn't it? Weird how the cameras do that. But anyway, we've got both sides lit up, and now it's time to put the gloves back on and get everything back in order. Oh, I can see it. It is a mark on the screen. It's actually in the screen. I wish you could see this. I'm really sorry, but you wouldn't. But I'm seeing it now because of the light coming from the screen above. It is a scratch, but it's also, it's like, it must have been there from day one. It's inside the layers of the screen. Anyway, let me get this screen down. And obviously before we put the screen cover on, we've got to put this on. And all I've done, I hope you can see, is I've lined up, I'll take this one out, but I've got the male part and the female slot on the panel itself, and I've just slotted those in, so that should now be in place, and it is, to clip on. Bit different, but and there it is. It's not on that side of the screen, it's not on the other side of the screen, it's somehow in between. That must have been done in the manufacturing process. I was just saying, it does seem like I've been doing this quite a long time. I've been doing it an hour and a half. Which is okay for these sets, especially if you're learning, which I was as I went along on these, because as I say, I don't remember doing one with this configuration before. Is that it? Well, no, there's my little wobbly extras to go in, but I think overall, I think the picture quality is going to be quite good. It's going to be quite annoying about that little black mark. That is a bit of a mystery. Is that the type of thing that would drive you mad? Let me know in the comments, because it is quite noticeable. I really don't think it's an external scratch. But again, what's the TV cost me? If I got it for 20 quid, and I could have got it for nothing, but we'll say 20 quid and £5 for the backlights, and it's a nice 50-inch 4K TV. And that's the way I look at it, and it's the way you should look at it, really. If you wanted, you know, a TV for your spare room, if you want a TV, you know, if you're getting, and I've had so many emails, especially the last week, of people that have only been with the channel over the last few months or so, and they're so appreciative because they've been, I think Paul in New Zealand was one, and I spoke to a guy today, and I'm sure he was Switzerland, I can't remember, but these are people that have been repairing TVs. They're actually taking on 60-inch and 65-inch, which is something that I don't really do unless it's something I can do for myself. And I appreciate your email saying that thanks to the channel, you've got yourself a little hobby, and you are buying faulty TVs and doing them up. I'm really pleased about that. There are a few old guard TV engineers that will scold me for allowing non-trained personnel to work on TVs, but you do not have to be trained to work on a TV. if you've got basic electronic knowledge, and as far as I'm concerned, if you've got common sense, you can have as many O-levels, A-levels, degrees as you like. If you haven't got common sense, then you're out of luck. But if you have got common sense and you know where the risks are, obviously the risks are here. This is the power supply and mainboard in one. But I haven't been near this. You don't go near it. There is a chance that that main filter cap has still got enough voltage to blow my nipples off. But you just don't go near it. So as long as you've got common sense and you understand with what you're dealing with, I really should have... Let me just get that out again. I really should have just fed that under there, just for neat and tidiness. So yeah, basic comments. Anyway, I was saying thank you very much for the kind comments and the emails that people have been sending in. I'm really pleased that the channel has done that. For those people that have been with me a long time, they'll know I didn't set the channel up to do that. I set the channel up to do some video editing. I wind down at the end of the day with a cup of coffee, and I love video editing. It can be strenuous and it can take time, but that's my wind down period. Mug of hot chocolate, mouse in hand and video edit, and I didn't have anything to video edit. Once I'd left my old job, and I suddenly thought, well, some people are repairing laptops and some people are repairing computers. Why don't I film repairing TVs? And it just kind of took off from there. And I thank each and every one of you for watching and subscribing. Even though the subscribers, I've said this before, the subscribers don't mean as much to me as the individual watchers on the channel. I'm seeing something there. Is it this wire? No. I'm not seeing it here, but you're seeing something there, aren't you? Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's switch on. It wasn't. Oh! Half of them lights have gone out already. Oh, and I have cracked it up here. Look. I have cracked it. But those lights didn't light. Oh, you can't. Well, you can see. Pointless now, I've cracked the screen. How did I do that? Sorry, boys and girls. But yeah, there's a crack in the top left-hand corner, which obviously I have done. I can't blame anybody else. I mean, I'm amazed we've still got a picture up here. But somehow, I thought it was down here. I wish I could complain about these edgelit strips, because obviously, mind you, can you complain about something that's so cheap? But the side's gone out already. Just about where the plug is, but that's not the problem. Should have tested it before I put the screen in, maybe, but it doesn't make any difference. It doesn't make any difference. I've been looking forward to doing this TV for the weekend. But there you go. I've had successes with 55 inches and I've goofed up on this. It happens. I will get another 50-inch in within a couple of months, but those backlights, what a letdown. I'm more concerned about the backlight failure than I am the crack of the screen, because another one of these will come in. But of course I'd love to know what I did there. Oh, hang on a minute. Was this the dark side of the screen? Maybe that was done before and I didn't know. I'm not trying to get myself out of trouble here. Because if that side was dark, I can't remember which side was dark. I thought yes, it was, this side was fine, that side was dark. So it could have always been like that. Because it's not caused any problems to the rest of the picture. I mean, if it stays like that, I would have carried on using it as a monitor, but we all know it won't stay like that. But this has a perfect, well, 99% prism screen, and there is no issue along the bottom. So the TV is never going to be thrown away. But for these backlights to have one plug come off or one socket fall off, which is upsetting enough, there it is. And then the other set fail after 60 seconds. As far as this is concerned, it's a disappointment about the screen. But I've got no idea if that was done before or if I've just done that. I'm going to say I've done that. I can still see that mark, whatever it is here. I can't see it when I'm looking. I can't see it on this TV at all, but I can see it when I'm looking at the monitor. Anyway, it's a failure, and it's a sad failure, and I'm really miffed off about the quality of these backlights. That's my main problem, the quality of these backlights. I will find out where I got them from. Obviously, they were AliExpress, but a particular dealer. And I will find there will be another 50 NU come up. So I bet you within a few months I can sort the screen out. But it's just a shame about the backlights. It does happen. And you've seen both things happen today. You've seen a cracked screen and you've seen the backlights fail. But life goes on. Dust yourself off and move on up. Thanks very much for watching. See you next time.